Over the course of several decades, research in the field of human potential and performance shows the amazing abilities that every person has and how each of these persons is capable of tapping into these abilities. One of the greatest discoveries made during this research is how the subconscious mind gets programmed and how it controls almost everything people do and perceive in their reality. To understand your true potential, you must first understand that the intelligence that created you made no errors in its creation. We are pure intelligent energy with amazing capabilities. What you are about to hear is information that can and will drastically change your life if you take the time to understand it and use it. Your brain has very distinct responsibilities. One being the fact that it is a psycho-cybernetic mechanism. The term psycho refers to the mind, and cybernetics refers to a self-regulating feedback system. In more simplistic terms, it is a system that operates automatically. As an example of how a cybernetic mechanism works, think of the thermostat in your home and imagine that it is set at 70 degrees. If someone were to open a window and the heat were to come in, the control center, or the brain of the thermostat, would recognize a deviation from the set program of 70 degrees and automatically send a message through the electrical system to the furnace that the air conditioning should be turned on. This happens within seconds, and as you probably know, the air will turn on until the temperature reaches the original set program on the thermostat. Your brain has a very similar automatic response to stimulation. As children, we are programmed and conditioned to have beliefs in each area of our life. The first 7 years of life are spent downloading information. During these years, the brain is in theta mode so that it may learn how to respond to life, how to behave, and how to form other distinct knowledge regarding who you are as an individual. No conscious effort is put into this process. All of our beliefs about our potential in each and every area of our lives were instilled in us by our parents, peers, teachers, and any other influential persons surrounding us. In addition, we form beliefs from experience and the sensation that those experiences create within our physical bodies. These mentally programmed beliefs are housed in the subconscious mind and operate automatically. Through repetition, a mental program is created in the subconscious mind. The mental programs that each of us have are not good or bad, they just are, and some serve us better than others. Once they are embedded in the subconscious mind, they operate automatically in the same manner as the set temperature on the thermostat. This is to say, the mind is interfacing the world we each perceive, as well as our biology and our behaviors. So the mind is what is in between the world and you. It is what influences what you see and how you respond. When attempting to make an alteration within our lives, this system has difficulty implementing the changes for any permanent or lasting results. No different than the thermostat on the wall, your brain senses a deviation from the existing self-image or set internal program for whatever change is being attempted. It then does everything it can and must do to keep you within the program boundaries that are established in the subconscious mind. 95% of our life comes from the subconscious program. The subconscious mind does its job with supreme accuracy, and it all happens just as fast as in the example with the thermostat. Your nervous system operates at lightning speeds. Consequently, unless you change the image on the inside first, the outside will never reflect the new you for very long. Your subconscious mind is truly your power source. For example, let's say that you want to increase your financial status and you do not reprogram your subconscious mind accordingly. You may have a great few months and make a lot more money than you ever have before. As soon as you start to produce better results than you have in the past, your cybernetic mechanism will pick up a deviation from the existing financial self-image and will automatically revert back to behaving in total sync with the current internal image you carry of yourself. The subconscious mind will begin to do everything possible to keep consistent with the old self-image without you even being aware of it. Except now you are. Herein lies the frustration for so many people trying to create what they want for themselves. Many may see temporary results and some progress towards their wishes, but they often revert back to a rigid way of living life. When this occurs, failed attempts can leave a person questioning whether they really have the ability to create their reality. The answer to that question is most certainly yes. The internal program or self-image, according to the subconscious mind, must be changed first. If you truly want to learn how to reset your internal programs to achieve greater results than ever before, you must identify these programs and work consistently to make those changes. In other words, you must become consciously in charge of the changes you desire. Your body and brain are the most sophisticated pieces of equipment known to man. The two minds, conscious and subconscious, learn differently. The conscious mind is called creative and can learn by reading a self-help book or going to a lecture, watching a video, or reading an article. It is the source of all your wishes, desires, and aspirations. The subconscious mind is the habit mind. It is resistant to change. It functions in a completely different manner than the conscious mind. Its purpose is to make our programs real. For example, most people have opened a newspaper or magazine, and before actually reading anything, something will catch their attention. This is great insight regarding the conscious, subconscious, creative process. Here's how it works. The moment you open the content to read, the subconscious mind scans every word available within sight. That's how fast the subconscious mind is. During this process, it instantaneously finds words that are relevant to whatever words are in your program. It might show you words related to where you were born, what your career is, or how you feel about your finances. It immediately locates words that are personal to you in some sense. Its function is to look at all of the data and then nudge you regarding information that pertains to you, your life, and your programs. It will eliminate everything else instantly and place your focus on those things. The slowness of the conscious mind is reflected in the fact of how long it took for you to find it. This is very valuable because when you open your eyes, you see everything. If there is something important to your desires and wishes that can lead you where you want to go, or what you wish to create in your life, you will most likely have missed it. Your conscious mind won't be directed to it because it doesn't relate to the stored programs. It's your subconscious that runs the show. If the subconscious recognizes that there is something in the field related to your current existence, it will attract it to you. This is how and why you hear the phrase, like attracts like. As in the example with the newspaper, it will shift your focus to anything related to who and what you currently are. Again, what this represents is what is available to you is relatively connected to you. The conscious mind is so much slower than the subconscious mind that it doesn't actually understand how or why these things occur because it cannot examine the bigger picture nearly as quickly. The significance of this example is this. If you accurately place the conscious programs into your subconscious mind, it will see everything in your field that relates to those new programs instantaneously, just as it does now with your old programs. Not only will it see them, it will understand them and connect you with those things. Much like a chess game, the subconscious program is always 3 moves ahead of the conscious mind. If you program the subconscious appropriately, it will lead and direct you to your destination and bring those things into your conscious field of perception. The question then becomes, how do I change my subconscious mind? How does it learn? The first step is to pinpoint which beliefs and programs are halting your progress. You will always act, perform, and experience appropriate results in accordance with what you imagine to be true about yourself and your environment. This is a basic and fundamental law of the mind. It is the way we are built. Therefore, you may want to consider that you stop doubting your potential and limits and start questioning where the doubts and fears that are holding you back came from so that you may begin to eliminate them. It's already been stated how vast the mind's potential to create is, and by human design this power is already within you. You cannot rid yourself of it, nor would you want to. However, you can take conscious charge of it. Fortunately, the conscious mind has the ability to be aware of the things that you like and that come easily to you in your life. These things are present because you have a subconscious program that allows them to be there. In contrast, it can also recognize anything that you have to work hard at, put a lot of effort into, or anything you have to struggle for to make it happen. All of which are the results of your subconscious programs not supporting those things. This is one very important way to identify which programs already work for you and which ones you want to change if you choose to create a new reality for yourself. Another way to identify subconscious beliefs that hold you back is through muscle testing. This technique is used to discover whether this portion of the mind supports what you might consider to be one of your beliefs in order to clarify what needs to be changed or worked on. It verifies what programs you have by asking, does my subconscious mind support this belief? The subconscious mind is the computer that controls the muscle coordination and action. It requires an enormous amount of computation to organize the muscle's movement. The body has within it, and surrounding it, an electrical network or grid which is pure energy. Because energy runs through the muscles in your body, if anything impacts your electrical system that does not maintain or enhance your body's balance, your muscles will virtually short-circuit or weaken, but only temporarily. Thoughts, emotions, and beliefs have a significant impact on your electrical system. Therefore, making a statement that the subconscious mind does not have a true belief in will cause this type of weakening in the muscles and is a good indication of what needs to be worked on. For example, if you make a statement such as, I love myself, and the subconscious mind disagrees, it will cause this type of momentary short-circuiting of the muscles in your body. Using your muscles, you can pinpoint which events or emotions weaken or strengthen your body. It's a simple way that you can ask your body questions and get clear answers like a telephone to the subconscious mind. Once these answers are identified, you can work on creating a new program for the ones that block your progress. Just like plants and trees, your body will naturally be drawn to the positive or the truth, while innately repelling itself away from something that doesn't feel good to it. Following is a simple muscle testing technique you can try. Although people often pick this up easily, it may take some practice to become more proficient. If you remain consistent in your efforts, you'll find a whole new way to communicate with your body and subconscious programs. The sway test, which is the easiest one to learn on your own, suggests that your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions produce a certain response in your nervous system, affecting your motor response or the movement of your body. You can try these exercises standing or sitting upright in a chair. Step 1. Stand or sit up straight with your feet pointing directly forward. Ensure both feet are directly forward and neither are slightly turned either in or out. Relax your body with your hands downright at your sides. Step 2 is performing an accuracy check, or a baseline of how your body reacts to what the subconscious mind truly believes and stores as a program. To make sure you are getting an accurate response, first make a statement or hold a thought in your head that you know to be true, like my name is, and state your name. Feel the response of your body. The most common response is to feel yourself being gently pulled forward for a yes, this is true response, or repelled back signifying no, it's not true. Then state something like, my name is John Doe, or any other name that isn't yours, and note the response of your body for this statement also. These physical senses and movements are your barometer for how your subconscious mind reacts to what it believes is true and for what it doesn't. Sometimes we may think we hold a belief about ourselves that aligns with what we want, only to find the subconscious mind has a different program stored for it. Now you can begin asking questions using the sway test. For example, if you are having difficulty attracting or maintaining a healthy relationship in your life, you'll want to find the root belief and any other related beliefs that keep you programmed in that pattern. Begin with the accuracy exercise given to get an idea of how your muscles react to the subconscious mind's beliefs. Next, make a statement related to your relationship goals such as, I am worthy of being in a healthy relationship. There are so many available people out in the world that could be my perfect partner. Or, loving someone else and being loved are easy for me. Pay attention to how your body reacts and be honest about the responses. The idea is to locate the beliefs that block you so that you can reprogram them. Write a list of statements and check their accuracy so that you may reprogram anything that stands in the way of your success. Once you've discovered these beliefs, you may begin the process of reprogramming what you truly want to create for yourself. Part 2. 2 ways to begin changing beliefs that don't support your desires. As previously mentioned, the first 7 years of life, the mind is operating in a low vibrational frequency, very much like hypnosis. The right and left hemispheres are working together. They are synchronized, or what is known as hemisync. This frequency allows the mind to absorb more readily and can be used to impress new beliefs through visualization, meditation, or subliminal messaging. Sometime during your daily routine, the right hemisphere, which is the intellectual side, is more dominant. Other times throughout the day, the left hemisphere, which is the emotional side, is more dominant. They keep changing like the tide and are rarely in harmony with one another. Trying to introduce a new belief into a brain where the 2 hemispheres are not in sync will often be resisted. Fortunately, we each have moments during which the hemispheres of the brain are synchronized, and this is the most optimal time to influence the subconscious mind without resistance. Very simply, as we are drifting off to sleep, and during the time of passing from consciousness into deep sleep, our mind is in the theta wave, or hypnotic state, much like a child. Through the use of earphones as we doze off, we have the ability to make direct downloads of new programs into the subconscious mind. By using imagery and/or very intentional affirmations during this state, we can impress the subconscious mind with new information that we'd like for it to run as our new default programming. There are many subliminal programs designed specifically for creating distinct changes in this manner. It is wise to choose carefully which program suits you, as the subconscious mind will take the directive. If you are uncomfortable using a program someone else has designed, you can record yourself stating your intentions using I am statements. Play them for yourself as you go to sleep using a low volume. Be certain that these new intentions are directly related to the beliefs you discovered in your old programming, and keep them positive and in the present tense. Additionally, you can play these intentions as low background noise throughout the day if you have the opportunity to do so. The idea is not to actually hear or have conscious awareness of them as you move through your daily activities, but rather just notice them occasionally while you continue with your routine. The subconscious mind will hear the cues and recognize them. If you're to try to force these new programs into your mind by playing them over and over in a moderate to loud volume, the subconscious mind would identify the resistance within that method and reject it. Exercise 2 is simple. After you are 7, you form habits by repeating something over and over and over again, practicing, repeating, and so on. For example, if you read a self-help book, the conscious mind has the capacity to understand it, but the subconscious mind learned nothing from it because you only read it once, and this is not how it learns. If you repeat the message of the book over and over again, in a similar manner as the intentions just mentioned, and consciously behave as if that is who you are, then the subconscious mind will learn a new behavior over the course of some time. Consciously playing a new behavior in place of an old behavior every single time the old actions start to come up is an extremely effective way of reprogramming old beliefs, and therefore replacing conditions that are not wanted with ones that are. In essence, you're telling your mind that you don't do that thing that stops you from getting what you want anymore. Even more powerful, you are demonstrating the new thing that you do that aligns with your wishes. For example, if you always held your body in a way that demonstrated how lonely you are, or felt the sensation of being lonely, consciously redirect those things. How does a person in love act? How do they hold their body? What type of expression is on their face? Furthermore, when these two methods are combined, hypnotic impressions with consistent repetition, it is the surest way to reach into the depths of the programs that require alteration in order to reach your goals. It causes both hemispheres of the brain to fire at the same time and run in synchrony. After implementing these exercises for several weeks, you can use the muscle test again to see how your body reacts to the new beliefs. If you feel any disharmony when repeating your new beliefs, then it will be important to keep impressing your subconscious mind with your new requests, but only in a non-resistant state. If you are consciously persistent, the subconscious will no longer offer any resistance, and new beliefs that align with your desires and wishes will begin to be formed. Once this occurs, your subconscious mind will begin to instantly seek out ways to validate its new programs, as in the example of the newspaper. It will change the conscious mind's perception to one of being able to see, focus on, and experience what is desired because of the new default program that has been implemented. There is a science to living an intentional life, and it all begins with the process of the mind. When we're not operating from our old programs, we can attract and manifest whatever we want. We each have the ability to change the vision from I am the victim to I am the master, I control my life. We can clear our old programs and not perpetuate the programming onto future generations. We truly can create our reality with the power of our mind.